Here are many short English stories written in the present tense. 1. The Lost Wallet. Rahul walks to the park every evening. Today, as he walks near the fountain, he notices something shiny on the bench. He picks it up and realizes it is a wallet. He looks around, but no one seems to be searching for it. He opens the wallet and finds an ID card with a name and address. Without wasting time, he decides to return it. Rahul reaches the given address and knocks on the door. A man opens it and looks at him curiously. "Is this your wallet?" Rahul asks. The man checks it and smiles with relief. "Yes, thank you so much," he says. Rahul feels happy and walks back home, knowing he did the right thing. 2. The Clever Fox. A hungry fox roams in the jungle, searching for food. He sees a crow sitting on a tree with a piece of bread in its beak. The fox's mouth waters, and he thinks of a plan. He looks up and says, "Oh, beautiful crow, your voice must be as sweet as your looks. Can you sing for me?" The crow, flattered by the praise, opens its beak to sing. The piece of bread falls, and the fox catches it quickly. The crow realizes its mistake, but it is too late. The fox laughs and runs away with the bread, feeling proud of his cleverness. 3. The Busy City. Maya lives in a busy city. Every morning, she wakes up early, makes tea, and gets ready for work. She walks to the bus stop, where many people wait for the bus. Cars honk, people rush, and vendors sell food on the street. As she reaches her office, she starts her computer and checks her emails. Her boss calls her for a meeting, and she quickly gathers her notes. The day goes by fast, filled with calls, meetings, and tasks. By evening, Maya feels tired but satisfied. She returns home, eats dinner, and watches TV before going to bed, ready for another busy day. 4. The Honest Shopkeeper. Ravi owns a small shop in the market. Every morning, he opens his shop early and arranges the items neatly. Customers come and buy groceries, and Ravi greets everyone with a smile. One day, an old man buys some vegetables and gives Ravi extra money by mistake. Ravi notices it and quickly calls the man. "Sir, you gave me extra money," he says. The old man looks surprised and thanks Ravi for his honesty. People in the market respect Ravi because they know he is an honest shopkeeper. He continues his work with pride, always doing the right thing. 5. The Brave Girl. Ananya walks home from school every afternoon. Today, she sees a small kitten stuck in a drain. The kitten meows in fear, and people walk by without helping. Ananya decides to rescue it. She carefully steps down and picks up the kitten. It shivers in her hands, but she holds it gently. She takes it home, cleans it, and gives it milk. The next day, the kitten follows her everywhere. Her parents smile and allow her to keep it. She names it Milo, and takes care of it every day. The little kitten becomes her best friend. 6. The Magic Pencil. Amit loves drawing. One day, he finds an old pencil in his grandfather's drawer. He sharpens it and starts drawing on paper. To his surprise, the drawings come to life. He draws a small boat, and suddenly, it floats in the air. He draws an apple, and it becomes real. Amit becomes excited and starts drawing more things: a bicycle, a ball, and even a puppy. Everything turns real. But then, he remembers his mother's advice: use things wisely. So, he only draws what he needs and helps others with his magic pencil. His life becomes full of wonderful surprises. 7. The Greedy Farmer. Ramesh is a farmer who grows wheat in his fields. One day, he finds a magical hen that lays a golden egg every morning. He becomes rich and famous in the village. But soon, greed fills his heart. Why should I wait for one egg every day? He thinks, if I cut the hen, I will get all the golden eggs at once. The next morning, he takes a knife and kills the hen. But to his shock, there are no golden eggs inside. He loses his magical hen forever. Now, he regrets his greed, but it is too late. Moral: greed leads to loss. 8. The Lion and the Mouse. A lion sleeps under a tree. A small mouse runs over his body, waking him up. The lion catches the mouse and roars, "How dare you disturb me? I will eat you." The mouse pleads, "Please forgive me. If you spare my life, I will help you someday." The lion laughs but lets the mouse go. A few days later, hunters trap the lion in a net. He struggles but cannot escape. The mouse hears his roar and rushes to help. It gnaws the ropes with its sharp teeth and frees the lion. The lion smiles and thanks the little mouse. Moral: no one is too small to help others. 9. The Wise Owl. An old owl lives on a tree and observes everything. Every day, he watches people in the village. Some are kind, and some are cruel. He listens to their stories and learns from them. One day, a young bird asks, "Why do you stay silent all the time?" The owl replies, "The more I listen, the wiser I become. The more I speak, the more I may make mistakes." The young bird understands the lesson and starts observing the world before speaking. He grows into a wise bird just like the owl. Moral: listening makes you wiser. 4. The Honest Shopkeeper. Ravi owns a small shop in the market. Every morning, he opens his shop early and arranges the items neatly. Customers come and buy groceries, and Ravi greets everyone with a smile. One day, an old man buys some vegetables and gives Ravi extra money by mistake. Ravi notices it and quickly calls the man. "Sir, you gave me extra money," he says. The old man looks surprised and thanks Ravi for his honesty. People in the market respect Ravi because they know he is an honest shopkeeper. He continues his work with pride, always doing the right thing. 5. The Brave Girl. Ananya walks home from school every afternoon. Today, she sees a small kitten stuck in a drain. The kitten meows in fear, and people walk by without helping. Ananya decides to rescue it. She carefully steps down and picks up the kitten. It shivers in her hands, but she holds it gently. She takes it home, cleans it, and gives it milk. The next day, the kitten follows her everywhere. Her parents smile and allow her to keep it. She names it Milo, and takes care of it every day. The little kitten becomes her best friend. 6. The Magic Pencil. Amit loves drawing. One day, he finds an old pencil in his grandfather's drawer. He sharpens it and starts drawing on paper. To his surprise, the drawings come to life. He draws a small boat, and suddenly, it floats in the air. He draws an apple, and it becomes real. Amit becomes excited and starts drawing more things: a bicycle, a ball, and even a puppy. Everything turns real. But then, he remembers his mother's advice: use things wisely. So, he only draws what he needs and helps others with his magic pencil. His life becomes full of wonderful surprises. 10. The Greedy Farmer. Ramesh is a simple farmer who works hard on his fields every day. His earnings are not much, but he is content with his life. One day, he finds a strange hen in his backyard. The hen is unlike any other. It lays a golden egg every morning. At first, Ramesh is overjoyed. Every day, he collects the golden egg, sells it in the market, and slowly becomes rich. But soon, greed takes over his heart. Why should I wait for one egg every day? He thinks, if I cut open the hen, I will get all the golden eggs at once. Without thinking twice, he grabs a knife and kills the hen. But when he opens it, there are no golden eggs inside, just like any ordinary hen. Ramesh realizes his mistake, but it is too late. His greed has cost him everything. Moral: greed leads to loss. 11. The Selfish Dog. One afternoon, a hungry dog wanders around the village in search of food. Finally, he finds a juicy bone lying near a butcher's shop. He grabs it quickly and runs away to enjoy his meal in peace. On his way, he crosses a small wooden bridge over a river. As he looks down into the water, he sees another dog with a bone in its mouth. The dog does not realize that it is just his reflection. That bone looks bigger than mine. He thinks greedily, if I scare this dog, I can take his bone too. The foolish dog barks loudly, and as soon as he opens his mouth, his own bone falls into the river. The strong current carries it away, and he is left with nothing. Moral: greed can make you lose what you already have. 12. The Two Friends and the Bear. Amit and Rohit are best friends. One day, they decide to walk through the forest to reach the next village. As they are walking, a huge bear suddenly appears from behind a tree. Amit, who is quick and clever, immediately climbs up a tree and hides among the branches. But Rohit does not know how to climb. He panics and does not know what to do. Remembering what his grandfather once told him, Rohit quickly lies on the ground and pretends to be dead. The bear comes close, sniffs him, and growls. It pokes Rohit with its claws, but he does not move. Finally, the bear whispers something in his ear and walks away. After the bear leaves, Amit climbs down the tree and asks, "What did the bear whisper in your ear?" Rohit replies, "The bear told me never to trust a friend who leaves you alone in danger." Amit feels ashamed of his selfishness. Moral: a true friend stands by you in difficult times. 13. The Boy Who Cried Wolf. In a small village, a young shepherd boy named Vikram takes care of sheep every day. He often gets bored sitting alone in the fields. One day, he decides to play a trick. He climbs a rock and shouts, "Wolf! Wolf! A wolf is attacking the sheep." The villagers rush to help him, carrying sticks and weapons. But when they arrive, they find Vikram laughing. "It was just a joke," he says. The villagers get angry and leave. A few days later, Vikram plays the same trick again. The villagers come running, only to realize they have been fooled once more. One evening, a real wolf appears near the flock. Terrified, Vikram screams, "Wolf! Wolf! Please help!" This time, no one believes him. The villagers ignore his cries, thinking it is another prank. The wolf attacks the sheep, and Vikram loses everything. Moral: lying destroys trust. 14. The Ant and the Grasshopper. During the summer, a hard-working ant collects food and stores it in his nest. Every day, he carries small grains, knowing that winter will soon arrive. Meanwhile, a grasshopper spends his days singing and dancing, making fun of the ant. "Why do you work so hard?" he asks. "Enjoy life like me." The ant replies, "Winter is coming. If I don't store food now, I will have nothing to eat later." But the grasshopper laughs and ignores him. Soon, winter arrives. The ground is covered in snow, and no food is left anywhere. The grasshopper, now starving, comes to the ant's house and begs for food. "I am hungry. Please help me," he pleads. The ant sighs and says, "You wasted your time when you had the chance to work. Now, you must face the consequences." The grasshopper learns his lesson the hard way. Moral: hard work and planning lead to success. 15. The Thirsty Crow. On a hot summer day, a crow flies over the village in search of water. The heat is unbearable, and he feels exhausted. After a long search, he finally sees a clay pot lying near a house. He rushes to it but is disappointed to see that there is only a little water at the bottom. He tries to dip his beak, but the water is too deep. He cannot reach it. But the crow is clever. He thinks for a moment and gets an idea. He picks up small stones from the ground and drops them one by one into the pot. Slowly, the water rises higher and higher until he can reach it. Finally, he drinks the water and flies away happily. Moral: where there is a will, there is a way. 16. The Honest Woodcutter. A poor woodcutter named Mohan works hard every day, cutting trees to earn a living. One day, while chopping wood near a river, his axe slips from his hand and falls into the water. Mohan is heartbroken. "That was my only axe. How will I work now?" he cries. Suddenly, a water god appears from the river and asks, "Why are you crying?" Mohan explains his problem. The god dives into the water and brings out a golden axe. "Is this yours?" he asks. Mohan shakes his head. "No, that is not mine." The god dives again and brings a silver axe. "Is this yours?" Mohan again says, "No, Mine was just an old iron axe. The god smiles at Mohan's honesty. Finally, he brings back the iron axe and gives him all 3 axes as a reward. Mohan happily goes home, grateful for his honesty. Moral: honesty is always rewarded. 17. The Lion and the Mouse. One afternoon, a mighty lion is sleeping under a tree in the jungle. Suddenly, a tiny mouse runs across his body, tickling his nose. The lion wakes up angrily and catches the mouse with his huge paw. "How dare you disturb my sleep?" he roars. The mouse trembles with fear and pleads, "Please forgive me, O king. If you spare my life, I may help you one day." The lion laughs. "You, a tiny mouse, help me. That is the funniest thing I've heard." But he is in a good mood, so he lets the mouse go. A few days later, the lion gets trapped in a hunter's net. He struggles, but the more he moves, the tighter the net becomes. Hearing the lion's roar, the mouse runs to help. "Don't worry, my friend. I will set you free," he says. The mouse gnaws the ropes with his sharp teeth until the net breaks. The lion is finally free. "I never thought you could help me," says the lion. "Thank you, little friend." Moral: no one is too small to help others. 18. The Clever Monkey. A monkey lives on a tree near a river. He is friendly and smart. One day, a crocodile comes to the riverbank. "Hello, monkey. Can we be friends?" asks the crocodile. The monkey agrees and gives him sweet mangoes from the tree every day. One day, the crocodile's wife becomes jealous. "Why do you bring mangoes for me? I want to eat the monkey's heart," she demands. The crocodile feels guilty but decides to trick the monkey. He says, "Dear friend, my wife wants to meet you. Sit on my back, and I'll take you across the river." The monkey happily agrees, but as they reach the middle of the river, the crocodile says, "Now I will take your heart for my wife." The monkey quickly replies, "Oh, you should have told me earlier. I left my heart on the tree." The foolish crocodile swims back to the tree. The monkey jumps onto a branch and says, "You betrayed me, but I outsmarted you. Goodbye." The crocodile feels ashamed and swims away. Moral: wisdom is greater than strength. 19. The Golden Touch. King Midas is obsessed with gold. He loves his treasures more than anything else. One day, a god appears and grants him a wish. "Whatever I touch should turn into gold," Midas wishes. His wish is granted. Excited, Midas touches a chair, a book, a rose, and they all turn into solid gold. "I am the richest man in the world," he rejoices. But when he touches his food, it turns to gold. He cannot eat. Worse, when his daughter runs to hug him, she also turns into gold. Heartbroken, Midas cries, "I was blind with greed. Please take away this curse." The god takes back the gift, and everything returns to normal. Midas learns that true happiness is not in gold, but in love and family. Moral: too much greed can destroy happiness. 20. The Peacock's Complaint. A beautiful peacock is proud of his colorful feathers but sad about his rough voice. He wishes he could sing like a nightingale. One day, the peacock says, "I am the most beautiful bird, but my voice is ugly. It is unfair." A wise owl overhears and says, "You have been given beauty, while the nightingale has been given a sweet voice. Everyone has their own strengths." The peacock realizes his mistake and learns to appreciate what he has. Moral: be happy with what you have. 21. The Rabbit and the Tortoise. A fast rabbit always boasts about his speed. One day, a slow tortoise challenges him to a race. The race begins. The rabbit speeds ahead and thinks, "That slow tortoise will take forever. Let me take a nap." Meanwhile, the tortoise keeps moving slowly but steadily. When the rabbit wakes up, he sees the tortoise near the finish line. He runs as fast as he can, but it is too late. The tortoise wins the race. Moral: slow and steady wins the race. 22. The Farmer and the Snake. A kind farmer finds a frozen snake on the road. Feeling pity, he takes it home and warms it by the fire. As soon as the snake wakes up, It bites the farmer. I saved your life. Why did you bite me? The farmer asks in pain. The snake replies, it is in my nature. The farmer realizes that some people can never change, no matter how kind you are to them. Moral: never trust an ungrateful person. 23. The Wise Owl. An old owl lives on a tree and listens to everything happening around him. One day, a young bird asks, why do you stay silent all the time? The owl replies, the more I listen, the wiser I become. The more I speak, the more I may make mistakes. The young bird learns to observe before speaking. Moral: listening makes you wiser. 24. The Honest Son. A rich man's lazy son spends money carelessly. His father gives him a bag of gold coins and tells him to earn money on his own. The son wastes all the gold. Finally, he works as a laborer and earns his first hard-earned coin. His father smiles and says, now you understand the value of money. Moral: hard-earned money is more valuable than gifted wealth. 25. The Kind Elephant. A kind elephant saves a trapped rabbit under a fallen tree. Later, when hunters come to capture the elephant, the rabbit gathers all the animals to chase them away. The elephant realizes that kindness always returns in unexpected ways. Moral: helping others brings help in return. 26. The Blind Man and the Lamp. A blind man walks with a lamp at night. A traveler laughs and asks, why do you carry a lamp if you cannot see? The blind man replies, the lamp is for others to see me and not bump into me. Moral: think beyond yourself. 27. The Little Seed. A farmer plants a tiny seed and waters it daily. Weeks pass, and nothing happens. Still, he does not give up. One day, a small sprout appears. Over time, it grows into a strong tree, giving shade and fruits. Moral: patience brings great rewards. 28. The Wise King. A king disguises himself and sees a poor man feeding birds, even though he has little food. The king asks, why do you waste food? The man smiles and says, giving makes me richer in happiness. The king rewards him, realizing that true wealth is in kindness. Moral: true wealth is in giving, not taking. 29. The Brave Little Deer. In a lush green forest, a small deer named Chintu lives with his mother. Every day, his mother warns him, never go near the river alone. The tiger hunts there, but one evening, Chintu feels thirsty and thinks, I am fast. I can drink water and run before the tiger comes. As he bends to drink, he hears a rustling sound. He turns and sees two glowing eyes staring at him from the bushes. It is the tiger. Chintu's heart races. The tiger leaps forward, but at the last moment, Chintu jumps over a rock and sprints toward the trees. The tiger chases him, but the little deer is swift and light. Chintu reaches a thorny bush and jumps through it, but the tiger gets stuck. Roaring in pain, the tiger struggles, and Chintu escapes safely. That night, he tells his mother everything. She hugs him and says, courage and quick thinking can save lives, but always listen to your elders. Moral: wisdom and quick thinking are more powerful than strength. 30. The Clever Fox and the Foolish Goat. One afternoon, a fox wanders through the jungle in search of food. Suddenly, he slips and falls into a deep well. He tries to climb out but fails. Hours pass, and he becomes restless. Just then, a goat arrives and looks down. What are you doing down there? The goat asks. The fox smiles and says, oh, my friend. This water is so cool and fresh. I jumped in to enjoy it. You should join me. Without thinking, the goat leaps into the well. As soon as the goat lands, the fox climbs onto his back, leaps out, and laughs. Thank you for your help, foolish goat, he says and runs away. The goat realizes his mistake and cries for help. Moral: think before you act. 31. The Monkey and the Crocodile. A friendly monkey lives on a tree near a river. Every day, he gives juicy mangoes to a crocodile who becomes his friend. One day, the crocodile's wife becomes jealous. She says, I want to eat the monkey's heart. Bring him to me. The crocodile feels guilty but decides to trick the monkey. He says, "Come to my home. My wife wants to meet you." The monkey happily sits on the crocodile's back. But as they reach the middle of the river, the crocodile reveals his plan. The monkey quickly replies, "Oh, why didn't you tell me earlier? I left my heart on the tree." The foolish crocodile swims back. As soon as they reach the tree, the monkey jumps to safety and says, "You betrayed me, but I outsmarted you. Goodbye." Moral: cleverness can defeat deception. 32. The Kind Elephant and the Unkind Tailor. In a busy village, an elephant visits a tailor every day. The kind tailor feeds him bananas, and they become friends. One day, the tailor is in a bad mood. When the elephant arrives, he pricks its trunk with a needle instead of giving bananas. The elephant is hurt but does not react. He walks away silently. The next day, the elephant comes back with a trunk full of muddy water and splashes it all over the tailor and his shop. The tailor realizes his mistake and apologizes. Moral: treat others with kindness, or they may teach you a lesson. 33. The Loyal Dog. Raju, a poor farmer, owns a loyal dog named Tommy. One night, thieves break into Raju's house. Tommy barks loudly and attacks the thieves, biting their legs. The thieves panic and run away. The next morning, the villagers praise Tommy. Raju hugs his dog and says, "You are my true friend." Moral: loyalty is priceless. 34. The Thirsty Crow. A crow flies over the village on a hot summer day searching for water. Finally, he finds a clay pot with a little water at the bottom. He tries to drink, but his beak cannot reach the water. After thinking for a while, he picks up small pebbles and drops them into the pot. Slowly, the water rises. The crow happily drinks and flies away. Moral: where there is a will, there is a way. 35. The Wise Old Owl. An old owl sits silently on a tree every day. He watches, listens, and learns. A young sparrow asks, "Why do you speak so little?" The owl replies, "The more I listen, the wiser I become. The more I talk, the more I may say foolish things." Moral: listening makes you wiser. 36. The Proud Peacock. A beautiful peacock complains, "I have stunning feathers but an ugly voice. It is unfair." A wise owl hears him and says, "You have been given beauty, while the nightingale has been given a sweet voice. Everyone has their own strengths." The peacock realizes his mistake. Moral: be happy with what you have. 37. The Rabbit and the Tortoise. A fast rabbit always boasts about his speed. One day, a slow tortoise challenges him to a race. The race begins. The rabbit runs fast and thinks, "That slow tortoise will take forever. Let me take a nap." Meanwhile, the tortoise moves slowly but steadily. When the rabbit wakes up, the tortoise is near the finish line. The rabbit runs, but it is too late. The tortoise wins the race. Moral: slow and steady wins the race. 38. The Farmer and the Snake. A kind farmer finds a frozen snake on the road. Feeling pity, he warms it by the fire. As soon as the snake wakes up, it bites the farmer. "I saved your life. Why did you bite me?" the farmer asks in pain. The snake replies, "It is in my nature." The farmer realizes that some people can never change, no matter how kind you are to them. Moral: never trust an ungrateful person. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update.